Hello everyone, it's Lily Wilson and Max Lawrence from
Hello.
Frankfurt, Germany. Today we have meeting and we want to discuss some advices and tips for our newcomers and our new partners in different countries. So Max, can you give some advices for our new leaders and our new partners who just begin their career in ORO.ONE?
Hi everyone. Hi Lily. It's nice to see you here in Frankfurt. So at this stage, as the company's developing very rapidly, many structures are arising. Starting to increase the number of members and everything. I would say it's very important for us to communicate the correct information, to give adequate education to leaders, to local leaders who will lead our structures from now on, be it, let's say, Japan, India, or other countries which we're now trying to develop in, which is very good. There should be no doubling up of information or miscommunication in terms of, especially from the company directly to the front line leaders and then to the next level of leaders in their structures, such as what can happen in this case is like a business inside a business, or a business that didn't go wrong, because for every one of us this is a business. A partner joins, he develops his structure, develops his product, develops his group, basically. So again, it's learning, correct education, and the control from the company side on how that is being done, basically examining them on how well they understood it and how well they are teaching their people. I would say that's one of the most important points for the moment. Also, from the company side, from the corporate side, it's important to have all the documentation, all the materials, and all the products ready so that people understand them correctly, understand our functions, understand the inside of the system, and they have to strive for learning that, because that way they'll understand that. Unless they know it, the success will be somewhere in a distant future. But the faster they understand what's going on, the faster, the more effective they can be. So I would say again, learning and correct communication, and checks and balances, control from both sides, from the leaders towards the company, from the company towards the leaders.
Okay, thank you. And maybe can you give some advice, because right now I work as a leader and I have a lot of requests from different partners in different countries. They start our conversation from you just come to my country from the beginning, educate me, make some presentation, make it live education, and after that we start working. So what can you advise in this case, when it's proper time to fly to another country to have live education?
Well, like I said, first of all, we should have somebody who are going to be the pillars of the structures or the other groups locally. That means we have to have a strong catcher on the other side who will be able to work, who will have a goal. First of all, have them, I would say, especially to you, when you're starting with somebody, have them write you a business plan, what they think they can do, who they think they can work with, and what their vision is and how they will develop. After that, in the modern world, everything is done online. 99% of the things that we used to have to do at a private meeting or something like that, everything can be done online. We have great tools for that. We have all the communication, so time zones doesn't matter anymore. Cultures still matter, but for that, of course, we have multicultural people, translators, specialists, IT engineers who do all that stuff to connect everybody around the globe. So there should be a base prepared for, let's say, an official company event, for an executive, for a top international leader to go visit when the soil, so to say, is prepared, when the public is prepared. I would say I personally would not want to go and speak in front of the people, let's say 200, 300 people sitting, listening to me in a conference hall who want to learn from the beginning. I want to teach them based on what they have already learned, or I want to check that they've done. So I would say, if we have certain numbers and goals and plans in the company, there should be specific numbers that have to be communicated to the leaders, and you tell them here's how many people you need to have, here's what the turnover should be, and here's what the results, what the level of understanding of yourself, your first line, second line should be, and then have as much communication as possible in small conferences, chat rooms, before you actually set up something very important because the point of going there is not just meeting with people and taking pictures, and so that the local leaders can say, hey, there's the director. No, it's not the point. The director will not always be there. He needs to work in the office. He needs to work with the banks, with the corporate and administrative questions. So it's not the matter of having the fun event. It's the matter of having the effective event that would bring results. Of course, we want to go there to reward our leaders when they have their levels, they have their achievements. We go and tell stories to the people. We give them the prizes. We give them bonuses and say, here's what you've done. That's why. That's how you've done it right. Then that's how we're going to need to work. And this is a product. This is the new product. This is what we have been doing before it's changed like this. So for a more detailed presentation, when there is a substantial number of let's say users in certain countries, that would be the right point. With every leader, it should be discussed individually because structures and countries are not even. Some markets go seasonal. Some markets explode because something else happens and they want to go and do this work. So leaders on the company side, international leaders, have to be monitoring that and get the feedback of what's going on. But it has to be, again, true feedback, because if the administrative side and the leaders of the company internationally come and visit and it doesn't make sense, that's going to be a very, I would say inefficient, loss of time, and nobody will go there again unless they show it the first time that they can do it. So again, first results, and then evaluation, and then action. Maybe that's the best way to do it, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, but of course, like I said, communication is the key. Personally, myself, our other leaders, our directors are always ready to connect and openly chat, but explain everything that's going on. Yeah, there's a lot of learning material, a lot of things to read, a lot of things to go through, to understand, to double check, basically to examine yourself on how well you understand this or that. So leaders have also to have this in mind when they do the work, do it right. You have to give the feedback to the company to check whether it's going on, or am I qualified to make the decision right now locally. So the more we have this feedback, the local feedback, especially at this first initial stage in many structures, then the more grip we have regarding the information of what's going on locally, and we can act fast. Yeah, but again, sorry, long story short about the events. So yeah, I guess you guys understood me well. Just once.
Events is also important,
Exactly.
and our company plans some of the events this year. And as I have information, we will have a big event in Madrid end of this year.
Oh, really? Okay. Good.
So,
even I haven't had that information yet. Okay, it's good. It's good.
This is
Right. You know it better than me.
so,
We're doing other things.
that's why events is also important. Really to combine everything.
Yeah, of course, the ones who have done a great job will be invited. Will have to be informed ahead of time to be invited and rewarded for the results that they've done. Of course, to be introduced to new products and services by the company.
And the last short question: can you advise strategy for the leaders, because when new market starts developing, leaders become fighting very often. They can divide the market. What can you advise in this situation?
Well, I've had situations like that before. I've observed myself. I had to fix situations like that. So, they need to remember, of course, there are sometimes people who you can't just stand. There are sometimes people in ways that you can't accept, and you want to do it the other way. For our work, expansion is pretty much unlimited, and if you concentrate on the right stuff, why even bother and get upset about somebody else, even in your area or in your, let's say, country, when you can always concentrate on this section, this kind of people for these types of programs, for these types of services, and then give him, or your top leader, or him in the parallel structure, some feedback so that it also benefits him. Then, of course, different kinds of cooperations between the structures can be also arranged. We will think about that. So I would say it's inevitable, because if especially in a new territory, everybody wants to be number one, and people are not always, nice to agree. Okay, I'm going to be number one, you're going to be number two, but we're still going to be happy together. They want to go parallel. They want to grab, this piece of the pie, or sometimes that. There's always a way if you use your networking skills, if you use your even imagination. Like you think, okay, this person might be interested in doing this for me. Okay, I will involve him. If this guy wants to do this work like this, we'll see whatever good things he has, and we will basically borrow that from him. We'll teach him this. We'll feed back to our leader at the top to ask, what should we do? Should we concentrate more on the local territory or regional, or take the whole country if it's needed? So I would say, first of all, especially at the beginning, when you don't know really how it will go, what the people will want. Again, back to the question of what is the right timing for the events, what is the right timing for doing things at a different scale. First of all, the leaders have to give a certain result, bring a certain revenue to the company, so that we can evaluate them and see, okay, this guy's doing better, and he's getting more of this, and then he won't even have to worry about the other guy who's competing with him, let's say like this. But of course, on the company side, on the contrary, for us, it's important to identify that early, to say, okay, that's going to cause a problem. We're going to have to either put them together to work, or we're going to have to, let's say, give them different roles so that they don't have to clash. Bring them together to the conference, talk to them to discuss what their issues are. If he just doesn't like him personally, well, okay, that happens in every company, in every workplace. If something that is concerning the company is not right between them, then we have to correct that from the company side. So that would be my solution to this problem in general. Yeah. But again, communication, correct feedback, so that we can identify that early. Because if you stop it somewhere midway in the structure, and the tops don't know what's going on, you cause a big problem to the company, what's going to happen? You're going to get fired, pretty much. So nobody wants that. And then, we take it from there upstairs to see what's going on. So, to get the solution to see what we can do.
Yes, it's really interesting thoughts. Thank you so much for sharing.
No problem. How about yourself? Like, what's been your experience lately? Any observations of the way that people
We
work?
work with a lot of new team and new territories. They just started the experience and even the network marketing experience of whole business. So I also prefer, first of all, to prepare people before I will come to the countries and make live education. Right now we use all video webinars and video education, and always try to connect with my team every day. I start all my morning with connecting the conversation with my team leaders.
I know you're a hard worker.
Yes. So I think that it will give me good results.
Yeah, that's good. Like I said, communication and feedback. So, and then maybe reporting the right way, not just complaining. Oh, you need to talk to this guy because he's not doing it wrong. Write a report, put everything, in short, like a details list. Report it up, and then the company will take it from there, as in every other normal traditional business where things work, in the hierarchy way. So, again, communication and observation of the situation locally.
Okay, Max, it was a pleasure for me to talk
Thank
with
you
you.
very much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And
it's a pleasure.
bye. It was Lily and Max Lawrence from Germany.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody. And we'll see you in some other videos, and sometimes maybe live in the future. It was really nice having a conversation too.